We join the super legit crew before the show as Chris Sanders prepares to record from his garage for the first time since the cricket. Yeah, I'm not hearing any issues with the garage. I know that's often an awkward place, but you sound pretty good.
Well, no
cricket yet.
I have thoroughly murdered all the
I will also say this, Sanders. You're already the most masculine member of the team. You didn't have to have a car that you built yourself behind you to make us feel even less like
it's
a man.
An electric
cutout.
Yeah,
that's a cardboard cutout.
And you're better than us.
Yeah, and I'm going to point out that car you built yourself still looks dramatically better than a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be better if I made my workbench tool.
Oh yeah,
you gotta dial it down.
That's a lot of performative masculinity over there.
Yeah, use a tool right now.
Oh, you're so into tools? Name 5 tools.
Drill, Larry,
bottle of Windex.
It's the Super Legit Podcast, everyone. I am your host, Jarrett Lennon Kaufman, aka Jet, and I have a pretty decently sized house this week. Let's read off who we've got. We've got Sean Michael Boozer.
I am here in the house with the large house that we're all in. The, relatively speaking, large house.
Chris Compton.
I am standing just outside of this beautiful large house.
Jen Burton.
I'm in the bathroom, so can you come back to me?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Chris Sanders. I don't know if this is a bit or if he's actually frozen.
I think he
was frozen.
He was frozen.
Was it me?
Great bit.
No. It was you.
That was perfect timing.
Oh
no! Everyone's screen went loading.
Yeah,
circle.
It was all our fault.
Okay.
And Stephen C. James.
If you elect me to the House, I promise I will serve my term with disgrace and scandal.
Perfect. Right in the pattern. And then my co-host, my lovely co-host, Michael Heiman. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Jet. How are you?
I am pretty darn good. Thank you for asking me. That was kind.
You're welcome.
How are you?
Meh.
Perfect. Exactly how I like my co-host.
Jeez, get it over with and make out already, you two. Wow.
So, Michael, who is our guest for this week's episode?
Oh, Jet, our guest tonight is Chris Yule. He is half of the princely pair of podcasting brothers that host Finish It, the world's favorite interactive fiction podcast. Chris is a writer, musician, and actor, and can be seen in a million commercials and Peacock's hilarious and bloody video game adaptation, Twisted Metal. Future fans, it's Chris Yule. Welcome.
Hi, I live in the walls.
that was how you say Finish It, right? Like a la Mortal Kombat, Finish It.
You can say it any way you want. I love that version.
Oh, not like a la a podcast from Finland.
We tried that. It didn't work. We know nothing about Finland.
I'd see. All right.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, everybody.
Oh, we're happy to have you. This is fantastic. So Michael Heiman, we of course always have the big question of the episode. What is it this time?
This week's question comes from listener Shandy Eubanks, and the question is, what's a time you made the objectively wrong choice and it worked out?
Ooh.
Yeah, I do have one for this. It took me a long time to come up with one. I was having a hard time coming up with memories from my human life. I think, and I came to the conclusion
your animal
that
life?
Just my
that you're a simulation.
Yeah. Back when
Born
I was
last Thursday.
No, I think I've led a largely unexamined life, which is something I'll have to address for myself. But I did come up with one, which was back when I was in college, middle of college, starting the second half of college. At that point, I had had 2 romantic relationships, both of them long, both of them not great. I was convinced they were the one. They were not the one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what everyone else does. I'm just gonna be like, a guy who kisses random people and has fun doing it. So like,
it does sound like the objectively wrong
everybody else
choice.
does not do that.
It was the 90s.
I think that's what people do.
The 90s. That was still totally fine.
That's what people do in college.
We saw the rom-coms, yeah.
People were just casually sexually assaulting each other.
We all watched that classic photograph from the guy returning from war and just grabbing that woman off the street, which was totally cool.
That was my inspiration.
We'll see. She's all that.
It was on my vision board. Anyway, and I was at a party, and there was a person there who I knew was interested in me, and I knew that I was not interested in them, but I did want to, get romantic. So I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it because that's what people do. And a good friend of mine was annoyed by this and stopped me from doing it all night long. And then it went on for so long, and I got so frustrated that I was being so thoroughly controlled that I just ended up taking a walk with my friend. And we walked for the whole night, the whole evening. Say it with me. And now that friend is my wife.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
That worked out.
That's the cutest.
She did a great job there.
Yep.
Well played on her part.
The best.
Yep, she knew better than me.
Yep.
Since that can't be topped, that's our episode, everyone. Thank you.
This has been a super legit podcast.
As someone who knows Chris's wife, she is a magical, awesome human being. Great. You totally won that one. And the pathway there where it's like, what, like the evil that would have been unleashed had you randomly kissed this other person?
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Gross.
If I had just been kind of like a bad dude for a night, who knows?
Super! The state's going really well. I'm really enjoying myself.
Yeah. I can tell you're enjoying yourself. I think that's really
am.
Cool.
I always put on my jacket when I'm enjoying myself because I get cold whenever I feel joy. And so anyway, that's not important to the story. Here's the thing. I was sort of surprised when you asked me out because you kind of have a rep of about, do you kiss random people just like around town? Can you just...
so crazy.
Hey, everybody.
That's so crazy.
I've got your bloomin' onion here. Let me go ahead and set this down on the table. Yeah. Let me go ahead and lean over and set this down. Here we go. Oh, let me move that water glass and lean in here. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
that was pleasant.
Yeah,
wow, you just did it right in front of me.
The service was really nice. Well, the service is great. So,
well,
here's another one for the road.
I saw the tongue on that one.
Oh,
that's wow.
Thanks.
It's all one muscle with the mouth and the tongue, so it's hard to use.
I don't think that's true. I think it's like 40 muscles.
With science, I think lips and tongue are connected, science-wise.
I don't think you know science. But that's not the important thing. I mean, look, I really like you, but I mean, I guess I'm just uncomfortable with the fact that you just like tongued Ralph, the waiter.
Sure.
And I just don't know if I really definitely feel a connection with you, but if you're going to be kissing random people all the time, like I just need to know, like, where do I fit in this narrative?
How is everything this evening? I'm the manager here, and I just want to make sure that you're bloomin' onion.
Oh my God! Why is your hand in his pants?
Your bloomin' onion is to standards.
Right.
It's great. I mean, I don't ever eat onions or garlic, obviously.
Yes,
I stay away from the pungent foods. But it smells great, and I'm sure we'll enjoy looking at it.
Oh, that's great. Let me just one quick goodbye peck.
Yep.
All right. All right, enjoy your meal.
That wasn't a peck. That was full on 2 open zeros connecting with a darting eye between it. Any rate,
pardon me, folks. I hate to interrupt. I'm just at the next table here trying to eat my fries. Sans salt. I was wondering, may I borrow your salt?
Yep, let me just put the salt shaker in my mouth here.
You don't have to.
I love party games.
You could have used your hands. I don't.
Enjoy it.
That is... Okay, just hold the phone. Hold off. Just, can you not kiss anybody random for like the next 30 seconds?
I mean,
is it possible? I just want to express something.
Okay.
Here's the thing that's disturbing me.
Sure.
You and I have been going on dates for the last 6 weeks. And you've never even touched me.
Well, I don't want to be
I'm just
presumptuous.
beginning to think it's because I'm not random. Is that what the problem is? Because I tried to hold your hand the other day, and you literally shook me off like you'd been electrocuted. And that was just my hand.
In my defense, that was terrifying.
Which, the hand? The hand was terrifying?
I know you. I know you. And we're just going to hold hands? It's a big step. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't know you, you were just walking past me on the street, we hold hands for a few minutes, we make out a little bit, that would be, that's like whatever, right?
I just don't know where this is going to go. Are we just going to... So, like, 6 months from now, are you just going to move to the other side of the country? Because, like, that seems like the trajectory at this point is we get further away the more we get to know each other.
And then we can forget each other and then find each other again and have our first kiss. Doesn't that sound beautiful?
Because you've forgotten me.
Because we don't know each other.
I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna...
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just...
they didn't even get to say anything.
Here's that single plate of spaghetti for you two. We don't have any extra plates in the back, so just enjoy. Oh, sorry. I left the forks.
Right.
Sorry, but here's this plate of spaghetti noodles.
Okay, well, no fork. I guess we could just...
I'll just put one end of this noodle in my mouth.
Again, I don't want to interrupt him just to the next table. I just want to return your salt shaker, so I'll just put it in my mouth.
You got right in the middle of the noodle. Why are you in the middle of the noodle?
Thank you. I guess we just slurp, right?
I just wanted to check in on both of you, and I wanted to let you know we had a special tonight. We didn't let you know. Instead of a spaghetti, it's spaghetto. It's one. It's a single strand, one
singular.
very, very long strand.
Is it shaped as an
spaghetto?
O? Because that's okay. Well, I won't ask.
No,
questions
it's Italian.
About
It's
got it.
Anyway, one quick goodbye,
All
Peck.
right. Well, I don't. There's
All right,
so
enjoy your
much
meal.
bacteria that's been on that mustache.
So,
All right. Well,
if we slurp this noodle, I guess we'll
here we go.
meet in the middle. I can't do this.
Oh my God! You just flew backwards. Are you all right?
No, it's because the noodle is one noodle, and then
I know my
middle,
mouth got. That's. I think they're trying to help us.
No! It's too scary. Here, what? Okay, I'll close my eyes and slurp. Okay, I'll close my eyes and slurp. You do a voice. You do a voice.
I do a voice.
Like a different
you want me to
person.
do? Okay, fine. I will. At this point,
voice.
I will do it.
Okay, eyes
Hey, I clean the toilets in the back.
This is working for me.
Okay, I just happen to be
slurping.
walking by and slurping this noodle.
I'm slurping while I'm talking.
Here I go.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Dirk.
Kiss me, Dirk. Kiss me.
Wow. Oh my God, we did it.
Yeah. Did you see where Dirk went?
I hate to interrupt you two. Dirk, I am the owner here of TGI Intimacy, and I would like to hire you for our staff. That was just the most effective way of creating intimacy we've ever had.
Do you want me to just keep being Dirk then?
Because my real name is Carol.
We don't hire women.
Yeah, I think Dirk works better, honestly.
Legit.
I assume that TGI Intimacy doesn't hire women because they can handle intimacy.
Right,
Yeah.
We're advanced.
Like,
We
no
don't need the
need.
classes.
No need. It's like Coles to Newcastle. Yeah.
That is a hard question because I feel like I have objectively made the wrong choice in almost every possible option.
Yeah.
Like particularly like in my 20s, like I would kind of make decisions based on what would be the most entertaining story to tell later. Which is, it turns out, not a great way to play chess.
The kids call that doing it from now on, Chris.
But a great way to end up as a regular on a podcast.
Yeah. Like I have a college degree in film. I wrote a thesis that is a 120-page film script about the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow.
And I did that because I thought it would be really funny if one day I met someone who was played for the Harlem Globetrotters, and I went, wow, you guys are the reason I graduated from college, and then did not explain anymore.
I would like to say to all of the powerful industry magnates listening that script is up for option. You can go ahead and Just send a letter to superlegit podcast.gmail. And
that's how we
I
know
know the internet
Yep.
works.
Yep.
gmail.com.
Yes.
It's just dot. It'll get there.
/CIA.
But like, I mean, I somehow am alive. Like I am an alive person.
I can vouch for that. Yes,
I have a job and a family, and continue to breathe oxygen on a semi-regular basis.
Did you ever meet a Harlem Globetrotter?
I had tickets to them right before lockdown. So someday.
You'll get that script
I-
out there.
I can't wait for the super legit Harlem Globetrotters crossover episode that we eventually do that brings all of this
They
together.
land on our when the generals land on our island.
Exactly. Yeah.
We couldn't afford the Globetrotters.
You just get just the generals. That's brutal.
I would do that. That's sort of the.
Hey, it's famous Washington General John Smith.
But the weird thing about so my life is a series of sort of like compass-free decisions. But now I'm old enough that people ask me for advice. Like, somebody who's like just out of college at work is like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, you don't like I am like a Myers-Briggs Rorschach test. Like I am my career is a random series of spatters on a wall. So I really, even like nearing 50, am totally unqualified to give any, I'm not even a how not to example.
I feel like you're at least a cautionary tale.
Yes. I'm a yellow light. Just slow down.
Can you be a professional harbinger? Something just like,
do you bring doom? Not me. But keep an eye out.
But yeah, just a couple blocks back. Hot on my tail.
Super.
Hey, welcome. We are so glad to have you here in Heck. And we're just really glad that you've led the kind of life where you would wind up here with me, the, bad guy.
These group sessions never work, Mr. Bad Guy. I don't know. Dude, this Heck is so mid, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, nobody really wants to speak up because nothing, I feel kind of like anything I say is going to be kind of pathetic and not that interesting. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
I regularly didn't refill the soda dispenser in the fridge for my family. I took the last soda every single time, and I just left it empty.
Yeah, and now you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, you notice how every time you shift in that chair, it creaks a little bit? Yeah.
I got a question. What is there any way that you could I hear about in the bigger places, the marquee afterlives, and heaven and hell is what I'm talking about. They can send you back and give you a dude, can you send me back? I would gladly kill somebody so go to hell. I would what gets you into heaven these days?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too.
I will level with you. We do have a mechanism to send you back. It's unfortunately our mechanism to send you back only lands you in suburban cities outside of major cities where there's not really anything you can do to
like a Santa Clarita or something.
Like we're talking your Santa Claritas, we're talking your Naperville, Illinois. One of those things where it's kind of a bedroom community.
Is there like a community pool situation, or is it just a public pool?
We have a pool. It's just that the hours are incredibly inconvenient. You're always going to be there about 10 minutes before it opens or about 10 minutes before it closes.
This place is so mildly frustrating. It's ridiculous.
And I got to ask you, the laundry room, I went to the laundry room, takes only quarters, and there's always somebody who is only using the dryers and not the washers. What's the deal here with that?
Yeah, that's Mean Terrence. He likes it fluffy. Yeah. Oh, you're going to have those wet clothes until way longer, but not forever, because it's not like a Sisyphus thing. He usually finishes up about 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, no, I noticed, but the laundry room closes at 9, so I have to leave the clothes in overnight and pick them up the next 8.
Yeah. And then when you come in the next morning, even if you come right at open, somehow someone has left them on top of the dryer with a passive-aggressive note.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how much longer I can be here. I don't know what my out is. The only thing about this place that I do like is that your McFlurry machines always work in all of your McDonald's here. That's nice. I go in and I order McFlurry.
Hey guys, it's me, Mean Terrence. Just want to let you know that the McFlurry machine is down. It's not
God!
Working. I accidentally broke it when I was moving some of my laundry to the dryer, so it's still making some stuff come out, but it's not sweet and it's pretty melty. Anyway, I'll be in the laundry room if you need me.
Do we even have a contract with the repair company?
Oh, yes. I believe it just lapsed. And remember, guys, if you need some food, why don't you just go to the grocery store? It's a John's.
This place is the not greatest.
Yeah, and parking's always available, but it's usually like a 2-block walk. It's free, but 2 blocks.
And there's somebody parked over the line, so you gotta kind of scoot over and then into the next space. So then you look like the bad guy the next time someone parks there because they think you're the one who parked over the line, but you were only doing it because that's all the space you had.
And that's all you can think about the whole time you're doing whatever you went there to do. It's just everything is.
God,
guys, you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing a big case of missing the silver linings, okay? Why don't we just take a moment to appreciate what we do have? We do have great laundry machines that we still have to pay for, all right? We have a grocery store that has several, kinds of produce. Can't we all just take a moment and then take a deep breath and enjoy this great life that we have here?
Oh, hey, sorry to interrupt everybody. From heaven, sorry. This one was actually supposed to go with me. Yes, the one who's cheering everyone up. He's supposed to be up top. Yeah,
thank God.
I'm gonna grab him.
Okay. Thank you. Still cheer up.
Well, speaking of silver linings, we do have a constant loop of silver linings playbook on that television right over there. So kind of enjoy, but not really, because you're like, is this the way they're talking about mental health? Yeah.
I'm really kind of dumb and dim-witted. I need help from my parents.
I'm attracted to you. I'm crazy.
Hey, you want to watch me do drawings? I love the Eagles.
Oh, I'm not going to wear a bra for this whole movie.
Hey, I'm sitting there.
The best director's cut ever.
I'm sitting here.
Legit, please. Please, legit. Oh, it's exactly where I wanted to go with that. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Just how I remember that movie.
Perfect reenactment.
I will say, I feel like I handed the baton to 3 Carl Lewises there because that was amazing. that was the so much a better version and more accurate to the Silver Lining Playbook. Oh my God. Oh.
All right, who's got something else they chose poorly that seemed to work out for them in the end?
I just gotta say I'm struggling with this one because every bad choice has not worked out. So it's a
I
hard
thought
one.
you were gonna say you only make good choices.
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Well, I do think that's how you know if it worked out in the end, then it was a good choice.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as bad choices, just bad outcomes that turned out to be the result of bad choices.
It's hard to beat Chris's story because that ended so well. I feel like my bad choice. I do have an example. Have I told the Catalina Kayak story before?
This doesn't sound familiar, but it does sound alliterative, so I'm into it.
It sounds so.
It's got a title.
Specific.
I like it.
Yeah.
Not with a name like that.
It
That sounds like I just got sat down at Applebee's and ordered a fun martini.
Let me tell you about my story about being in Catalina. So my sister and I went to Catalina together. She wanted to do this camping trip in Catalina. It was just the two of us. We brought our bikes. We went on the ferry. I got very seasick. Unrelated story. We get there and she wants to rent a kayak. And I haven't done a lot of camping and I haven't done a lot of ocean swimming. I haven't done a lot of any of that. She's a lot more outdoorsy than I am. So we rent this kayak and we start paddling, around Catalina. And she spots this little alcove that we pull the kayak into. It's very rocky. It's not a pleasant experience. And she says, I saw what looked like a more sandy beach just around this little crop. We can easily swim from this one rocky shoal around this very rocky area to what looked like a sandier beach. P.S. It was not. It was exactly the same rocks. No different.
You have a boat.
But the part, I know, it was such a, but I was just kind of following her lead because she was more outdoorsy than me. And I thought, well, surely this is a normal thing to do. So we started swimming, and I'm not kidding. We absolutely were caught in some sort of riptide. It was pulling us out to sea. I definitely thought at one point, I was like, oh, I've seen this part in Gattaca where they keep swimming out. Only in this version, we're going to die. I thought I've just never, I've never had more respect for the sea than in that moment when I was sure that it was going to eat me. So we're swimming and swimming, doing all the wrong things. You're supposed to go you're supposed to go sideways, horizontal to reach it. I get out of it. And
I immediately had a sandwich.
I had a sandwich, got a cramp, and then anyway. So we did manage to make it out of this by a miracle. We got to this thing, and it wasn't even that far. We got to this rock, and we just collapsed on these rocks because we were so exhausted. It really was a miracle that we didn't get pulled out to sea and die. And my sister was very kind of laissez-faire about it, and I was like, we almost died. And then we sat on this little rocky atoll, and she was like, well, we should probably swim back since our boat is on the other side, which we had just left.
God.
Also, I'll tell another part of the story in a second. Anyway, so she's like, we got to swim back around, and I was like, I don't want to die, and but we had no other choice. We had to get back in the water that had almost killed us, and swim back around because there was no one. We were in this. There weren't tons of boats going. It was so stupid. So we swam back. Luckily, the tide had moved to another area because it figured it didn't want us anyway. And we get around. And the kayak has floated out into the water. So we had to chase down the kayak. And luckily, so just a series of dumb decisions, but we didn't die. And we did eventually get the kayak back. And then we were so exhausted, we pulled the kayak in. And then this very creepy man appeared out of nowhere. This is a side story. He appeared out of nowhere in a scuba thing. And he said, hey, girls. This was a long time ago. We were both girls at the time. And he was like, I see lobsters down here. You should come swim out here and look at the lobsters.
This is the main equivalent of somebody pulling up to you in a van and offering you candy.
Yeah.
It was so weird. The whole thing. And luckily I was like, we almost just died. No, thank you. I think I'll skip the lobsters. And then we paddled back. So it's not a good story like Chris's where it's like, oh, things worked out well. The good thing is just that we didn't drown and we weren't murdered by a man looking at lobsters.
Super.
Hey, bro. It's good to have you back for the summer. I'm glad you graduated from film school. That's great. I did read your thesis script or whatever. Bro, I love you. You're my brother. I love you. You went to college. Good for you. I didn't get to go, but that's okay. That's not what this is about. The thing is, I read your script, and it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. All right, dude, first of all, if you're going to have if it's going to be this thrilling adventure at sea, you can't have the narrator narrating it as the main character, because I know the dude doesn't die. Like, what the fuck, dude? There's nothing thrilling about this. I'm like, well, let's just watch him make a series of dumb decisions. I know he's gonna live, because he's telling the story.
Well, you don't know. Maybe they filmed the movie before he died.
Dude, what?
I mean, maybe everything happened up to the point where he died, and then they said, stop, before we go on with this, do you mind if we write and film a movie? And then they filmed the movie, and he's like, it's a little hard to understand everything with the context going on here. Maybe I should narrate it. And then he said, now that okay, cut, print, let's get back to that dangerous thing we were doing.
Dude, bro.
Use your imagination, man.
Bro, give me the name of your film school again.
The name of my film school? It's Wendy's.
Joel, Ethan, what is going on down here?
Mom, it's painfully obvious. I don't know what he's been doing with your money, but he has not been going to film school.
I am a proud alumni of Wendy's film school.
See, he doesn't even know the name.
Listen,
Mom.
I am upstairs trying to make dinner. All
I
right?
am downstairs trying to make sense of the script.
You guys work this out. No. You two work this out, okay? You guys work together and make it better, all right? You are blood. It is simple, all right? That's how far the two of you will both go together, okay? All right? We're not like the Millers down the street, crossing each other over every time, okay? I'm not going to be this proxy for the two of you, all right? You need to go ahead and do this together, all right? I'm not raising a bunch of Arizona assholes, all right? You're the Cohen boys, okay? You can do this, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna head back upstairs now.
All right, Ma, you're right. You know what, Joel? I'm sorry. Your
I'm sorry too.
Your script is stupid, but we can make it better.
Yeah.
What if we make it ultra violent?
Oh yeah, we could totally do that. So,
like, how scary is compressed air? What if compressed air showed up at the beach?
Oh, you mean like the concept of compressed air?
Yeah.
Let me write that in.
Yeah.
All right. The concept of compressed. Wait. Okay. I'm wondering if this may be a little hard to convey on film. Is what it's called? Yeah.
Well, dude, I think we got it all covered in the title if we call it "No Kayak for Young Girls."
Do I feel like people might think that is a little bit sexist, and not like just sexist by omission, like the rest of these scripts, but like actual sexist? But what if
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening slowly.
It.
I'm still with you. What is happening?
Movie.
Okay.
Title.
And that's the title?
No, that's a description of what it is. Like, it would be a title for a movie. The point is,
I'm gonna say that was actually more thrilling than your script. You had me strung out. I was with you every step, dude. That's what we should do. Maybe we write this super slowly.
We could just take what I have now and just insert blank pages every other page.
Oh my god, dude! I got a hyphen button ready to go. We should just.
All right, done.
And ellipses, the 3 dots. I don't know if they taught you what ellipses was at your Wendy's film school, but that's the 3 dots.
Oh man, insert page break. Why didn't they teach me this at Wendy's? I would have spent so much time. That's a fair description of my college
true
education.
Story, all of it.
And we're maligning icons of the movie industry, so win-win.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing that could make this better is product placement.
Hell yes,
Hey,
they
Michael
can.
Heiman,
Yes.
who's our sponsor for this week's episode of the Super Legit Podcast?
Oh, you'll just have to hear the ad to know. Coming soon from a collaboration of Gordon Seafood along with Doc Martens, it's Doc R.R. Martens. Our brand new boots made out of premium fish leather are leather bound and so thick. These boots, the Doc R.R. Martens, they have so many threads you can't even follow them. Looking at the boots themselves will inspire confusion. Doc R.R. Martens. We're still working on the next version of them, but we have these ones here for you now. There's a lot going on, but it's very unfinished. Doc R.R. Martens, just listen to Peter Dinklage, who also has no idea what he's doing, wearing these fish boots, eating fish sticks, or saying the most beautiful prose you've ever heard. Style is coming with Doc R.R. Martens.
I assume those are waterproof because of the fish.
No,
Right?
they are not.
waterproof.
Oh,
I believe it was fish,
no, not
fish
at all.
leather.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those fish threads
Okay.
get dropped really quickly and then forgotten
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
You dip them in boiling oil once or twice a week. It'll harden back up, and you're good.
I like that they said just listen to Peter Dinklage, but then didn't get around to showing it.
They had a plan.
Yeah.
Jen, I actually have a really important question for Jen before anything else.
Oh,
Jen,
I want to hear this.
yeah.
when you were on Catalina,
Yeah.
after you lived,
Mm-hmm.
did you have a buffalo milk?
No, I didn't even know that was available. Was it always available?
I assume this is milk from a
It's
buffalo.
not actual buffalo
God, I
milk.
hope so. Oh no,
Buffalo
it
milk
is
is the
okay.
official drink cocktail of Catalina Island, and it is a delicious blended cocktail that has vodka, creme de coco, Kahlua, and banana, and it's topped with whipped cream and fresh nutmeg.
That sounds wonderful.
It's
sounds
so
fantastic.
delicious.
Was there a limited supply of it, so they wanted to give it a name that would immediately alienate people from ordering it, so that there would be some left for them at the end of the night?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a cat and dog thing. I kind of think of all buffaloes as boys for some reason. You know how when you were a kid and you were like, dogs are boys, cats are girls? Right? Did everybody have that? Yeah. I feel like I was like, buffaloes make milk? Of course they do.
Buffaloes are boys and bison are girls.
Exactly.
But to Compton's point, it works several ways, because even just abbreviating it, you're asking them to put a BM in your mouth.
Tell you, this is
Good
way better than a
point.
BM in your mouth. Way
Maybe
better.
that's why I
From
didn't
personal
have it.
experience, I can tell you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Oh, so
No,
hold
we
on.
can move on
Hold
from
on.
that.
You're saying that there's a comparison, and you have had both sides of said comparison, Heiman, and you've enjoyed the buffalo milk more than. Now tell us that.
I will tell you the buffalo milk is delicious. That's all I will say. That's all I want to say. I want to leave
All
it
right.
open
Next time I
for our
go,
listeners.
I will go.
We'll just say that Michael Heiman played Biff Tannen in the high school production of Back to the Future, and they took the props very seriously.
That aftertaste is not nutmeg.
So gross.
Or it is.
But may once have been.
I feel like I don't want this to turn into like I survived, but I like
this
my
show
story
turns into whatever
is-
it turns into. So ride the wave like Jen did.
I feel like I was talking about this earlier this week with somebody, where I feel like I'm lucky I'm alive, because in my senior year in high school, I had just graduated, and I was a different person then. My then best friend and I had met these two young ladies at church camp, and I grew up in Texas, and they were in Amarillo, and we were like, hey, why don't we drive up to Amarillo, have the world's most chaste weekend hanging out with these two girls that we met at church camp, and then drive home. And it's like a pretty long drive, and we decided, hey, you know what? We are two men who are 18 years old, legally adults, very smart. What if I just literally floor it the entire way there so we make it as fast as possible? And so I was like, literally, as all the way down on the gas pedal, the most of the drive there, going through these country roads at above 100 miles an hour. And the fact that I'm alive right now to tell that story, I didn't think about it at all then. But the idea of like a squirrel had darted out, I would have just been a spot on the road that was ablaze.
Super! We were somewhere outside of San Antonio when the pepperoni combos began to take hold. My friend and I were going to meet two delightful young women we had met at a Methodist church lock-in. And now was the time to turn the music up. Hey, slam some Amy Grant in there, and let's get this thing on the road.
All right, man. We got about 8-hour drive ahead of us. And you know what? Let's get crazy. I got a Jolt Cola. Got so much caffeine, man. So much caffeine.
I've read about those things. I say we do it. All right, we can't give in to the fear. We have to take this bull by the horns and then slowly usher it into the street. And then off of
Just like they said in 2 Corinthians 1:4. All right, let's go. Here, you can have let's pour it in a glass, so that way we don't. That way our lips don't touch the same thing. Therefore, possibly implying sin.
We can't go self-purify again. They won't let us back into that Wendy's. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, that tastes so sugary,
All right.
man. I can feel it, man. I can
It's
feel
like
it.
I can see through time. All right.
I've never been so awake in my life.
Let's do this. Let's do this. We're 20. We are 20 minutes away. I see somebody standing on the side of the road.
Hey, I think that guy wants a
Yeah.
ride.
Let's start the car and drive up to it.
Oh, hey,
Excuse me,
hi,
fellow
yeah.
traveler.
Thanks for picking me up. I saw you over there. I figured you weren't driving anywhere, but I'd love a ride wherever you're going, as far as you can take me.
Hey, man.
Hey.
If you're gonna ride with us, you gotta have the rest of this Jolt Cola.
Buy the ticket, take the ride, friend.
You know, I'm okay.
You don't actually have to buy a ticket.
I just I'm fine with my cocaine, over here. So I'm not really comfortable with Jolt Cola.
La-dee-da, can't handle a Jolt Cola.
I mean, guess I could try a little Jolt Cola if that's what we're doing.
Just a little sip. Go ahead, just a little sip.
Oh man, this is good stuff.
The only way out is through, man. The only way out is through.
This is better than
You just got jolted.
Hate it.
Other stuff. I like this drug the most.
Get ready, man. I'm hitting the road, and we're gonna be going 5 above.
All right. Oh, wait, signal.
So welcome to Heck. You guys were on the interstate going 500 miles per hour and drinking jolts, and y'all died. So welcome to Heck, and I guess just get comfy, because not a lot goes down here.
Is there a way to either turn the air conditioning up or down?
No, it's
Yeah,
always
just in this humid middle.
It's 87 degrees and 90% humidity all the time here.
And no one ever changes the filter on the air conditioner either, so it smells a little musty all the time, and it's kind of stuck, so you can't really change it yourself.
I did notice that you said get comfy. Is that a thing that we can do?
No, I just mean that as a colloquialism. It helps newcomers get familiarized themselves.
You can use my
with
beanbag chair,
with
but
Heck.
it's missing most of the beans.
Okay, so this futon is the only futon that we're sharing.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
the springs.
You're going to
Alright.
be sharing that to sleep, too. There's no blankets and also no AC, and it's also 90% humidity all the time. Anyway, the bad guy will be here any second to give you guys the rundown on what it's like here. And if you have laundry to do, just so you know, the dryers are broken. Mean Terrence, he broke them. So now it's just a wash situation. You can lay your stuff out on these rocks.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm the new bad guy. Brand new. Don't even start with me because I am formerly I ran the DMV. So I know about inconveniencing you, making things uncomfortable. Not hellish, but not exactly heaven either. So let's get right into this. I see you've already met the springy futon. That's the end of my speech.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's my welcome speech.
So-
It leaves you
He's not as
unsatisfied.
chatty as the last guy.
Yeah, I guess this is part of it where he's like late, and then we're waiting for not much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
all right.
kind of
Hold
how
on.
it all
Let me.
is-
I have to
is
take this
here.
call. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. I'm not holding a phone. I'm pretending that there's not. Okay.
Oh.
All right. I'm off my pretend phone now. What's up?
You know what I will say? This is better than when I was going out for auditions as an actor. So,
You're
yeah, there's
you're an
that.
actor. Or you were an actor?
I mean,
yeah. So you've lived a life of just constant inconvenience and inconsideration. So this will be a piece of cake for you as well.
This is great though. Over here, there's a bloomin' onion on the.
Oh, it's
Wait.
ice cold.
I wouldn't eat
no.
that.
It's an awesome blossom, you guys. It's an awesome blossom. It's not even a bloomin' onion.
Yeah. We all made that mistake the first time.
Oh god, it's so horrible to look at.
Hey, do you have any quarters, by the way? Because I'm trying to get a cold drink and the dollar bill thing on this vending machine. It just doesn't seem to like this dollar. I think there's like a tiny corner of one corner.
We just have Dave and Buster's tokens. They're not quite the right size. So, yeah. But you can have all the Dave and Buster's tokens you want. There's just no Dave and Buster's here.
Well, that was my question. You anticipated my follow-up question.
Also, the machine only has squirt. So Just so you know, it's only squirt. It says it has other things in it, but we've been out for a long time. But we always seem to have cans of squirt. It's lukewarm,
wait!
though.
I see something. I see something that's not a squirt. Ha! There is. It's a fresca.
Last fresca.
Yeah, that's what's left.
Is it too late to mass murder someone? Can we find a way out?
No, I'm sorry.
Anything?
Wait! That guy in the back of our car had cocaine. He could go to hell, right? Cocaine's a hell drug.
Did you have cocaine back there?
I did have cocaine. Yeah.
Do you have any still on you?
No, all my worldly oh wait, yes, I do. Wait, no. There's
Okay, I'm checking the binder right here. We're gonna send you right back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's head to the back room
I
and
purchased
discuss
it
this.
legally from a medical supplier. Is for a very strange medicine.
Hey, straight up from hell, my ears were burning. You see what I'm saying? Oh, trying to deal drugs, brother. You're coming with me.
Oh,
that's great.
Wait,
sorry guys, I'm out of here.
Can we come too? We abetted him. Alternatively, we murdered someone with cocaine. Does that take us to heaven?
You just voided your contract for hell by apologizing to your friends you just made. You got to take it straight back to right where you are, buddy. And heck, see ya.
You know, I'm checking the binder here, and because you were with somebody, they were with somebody who had cocaine, and that guy got pushed to. If you guys just each suck the end of this noodle, you'll end up back where you started in your car. So if you're willing to do that, are you willing to do that? Because then what will happen is you'll just shoot straight back up into the car where you were, before you picked up that guy. You want to do that? Here's a noodle end. It's called the Spaghetti-O.
Okay.
I mean,
you want to try it?
I'm good if you are.
I'm already started. I'm already going.
All right. Is there a way you could put on any kind of like Italian music just to kind of set the mood?
Sure. I got this elevator music. It's not good Italian music.
Whoa! Here I am. I'm right back behind the wheel.
Okay. Look, that Jolt Cola is not fucking around.
I know, man. Whew! That was amazing.
Legit. Yeah. Yep. The Jolt Cola?
La Jolt.
La Jolt, yeah.
As the French say.
Le Jolt.
You know.
Yo, what's that? Coffee? Yeah, it's I have to say, like, to go back to the kayak story, the thing that I love most about that story is that you wound up at the other side of the on the other side of the river because you said we've parked our boat. Now, if only we had some way to convey ourselves across this body of water.
It was so dumb, I can't even begin to tell you. There were a lot of poor choices that were made. Part of it was like, it was supposed to be fun swimming in the water. And we hadn't swam in the water yet. So part of the thinking was like, oh, this will give us a chance to swim. And P.S., we saw this little cove over here, so let's just enjoy the swimming. But then we almost got pulled out to sea.
Yeah.
There's a moment that happens, like I remember like when I was in like Boy Scouts when I was a kid and like slipped and fell down a ravine and was like down to the bottom of it and nobody could find me for a long time. But like I had this moment of like literally thousands of years of my ancestors are going, you did what? Like you made it to the inside of a building with air conditioning and you went and slept out in the woods? What is wrong with you? And so like this moment of like camping going, I have betrayed every desire of like back to apes. Yeah. Like I everything they've done, I went back on and it didn't end well.
I have a story very, very similar that I'm not going to tell to Jen's story. I tell it very much in the same way. It's very much exactly the same.
I was out scuba diving.
It's even
sausage, all these lobsters.
Wait a minute. I know you.
Even to the extent where there was another beach we were trying to get to, but it wasn't at the one we were at. And the guy I was with was just like, oh, it's just right over there. The only difference is my story is just walking the whole time. But I tell it with just as much drama, and I've told it many times, and I'm feeling very ashamed of that now.
Wait, How did you get caught in some sort of cross-walking, like, draft?
I wasn't really getting
Was it
pulled.
like Frogger?
It was just like, oh, I could get pulled. I'm close to the ocean.
Where it's like, oh no, I've been doomed to mildly height.
And it was pretty far, you
bitch.
guys. Just saying.
The beach is deceptive. The whole thing is very deceptive. It looks wonderful. There's about 18 different things that can kill
It's
you.
a lot of curvy lines.
Super.
All right, everyone. I'm the new bad guy in Heck. It's hiking day. I figured we'd all have a little bit of not quite fun, but
Shoot, I don't have the right
exercise.
shoes for
Yeah, no, that's the point.
That's
He
perfect.
Yeah,
knows.
sandals. You've all
they
been issued
issued
sandals.
us all flip-flops.
Yeah. And our hike today will be on a slight incline, just a
That's-
moderate incline, enough to get those calves really burning a little bit.
But not quite high enough that we'll actually be able to have a nice view of anything, right?
No, absolutely
Great,
not. It's
perfect,
going to be,
perfect.
because realistically, it's just the incline just stays slowly increasing, and there's really no top so much.
Sure.
Down here, I mean,
Is it kind of like an MC Escher trail? Is
If
that
it
what you're
was
saying?
wheelchair accessible.
yeah, because
Okay.
we're never even going to turn back, because then you would have the relief of going back downhill. But you're correct; it is an MC Escher kind of thing. We'll just circle back around to where we started, having always gone slightly uphill the entire time.
Is this a mandatory hike, sir?
Come on, you know.
Yeah, that was
Just-
a really
Yeah,
dumb
it's
question.
Heck.
You're killing
Nothing's
me.
mandatory, but it always feels mandatory, so you have
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
go
you're gonna-
in.
you're
He's gonna be
get
passive
guilted.
aggressive. He's gonna make a whole show of it. He's gonna pout
All right,
like, oh,
I'm
I guess
Basically, there's just going to be a lot of FOMO if
Yeah.
you don't join us, and nobody wants that.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey guys. Guys, it took me a long time to run here because of these flip-flops. But I just
We heard you.
They didn't want you to know this. I just found another level of Heck.
What? Another
What?
Heck?
And it's a little
what?
bit
For
it's a
fuck's
little
sake.
bit better than this. It's
What?
not great.
Wait.
Better?
How
but
much better?
it's
Lead the way.
it's marginally better than this.
Do the hikes there crest and
Like
get a view?
Heck 2.0?
Just for the record, nobody told me about this one either. This pisses me off. This should not have gone above my head.
I don't know that it's above your head because of the whole Escher
Oh,
viewpoint
maybe
thing.
in alignment
It's-
with my head. Yeah.
but it's just around. It's like just around the bend.
Like close?
Let's just
that
go.
way.
It's like easy.
Let's
easy
just
Yeah.
check it out.
Like,
Yeah.
Come on.
What are we
Like-
standing around here
Flip-flops.
for?
Yeah, let's do it.
there's several. I've seen several like bikes and paddle boats and stuff that we could just use in this river
We just
that I
walk.
think runs the
Oh, we
whole
just
way.
swim.
But
Those
Do the-
paddle
No,
boats look
yeah.
so much fun until you try to
It's a
pedal
nice
them.
day.
Do the bike tires have air in them?
they're your bike tires, dude. This is your Heck. You're the bad guy.
I'm telling you, I didn't know anything about this at this point. Again, this has been kept secret from me too. So there's like another layer of leadership above me. I'm in the dark at this point. I'm again kind of pissed off because I'm not enjoying any of this as much as you aren't enjoying this.
In Heck, even the guy in charge is a middleman.
That's right. That's right.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, then
I barely have
screw
power.
this place. Like, why don't you come with us, bad guy?
Yeah,
Will
yeah,
you,
come
will
on.
you have me?
Yeah, they'll just get a new one.
I'm okay.
Fairly
Yeah.
replaceable.
Man.
Wow.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe you'll take over for the bad guy in the other level of Heck.
The slightly less bad guy?
But I don't know if this is like the other place. If there's more than just two levels, I just discovered this other level. There might be multiple levels of Heck, and who knows if you're the lowest level of Heck or if you're just kind of middle of the road. And there could be bad guys that are like marginally worse than you.
I'm getting a little frightened of all the possibilities. Let's all stick together here. Look, I got this long spaghetto. Let's all hold on to this. Let's all just tie it together like we're a bunch of
Okay.
first graders going to the
Just
library.
Loop the
And,
spaghetto around you.
Can I just
Great
thank you
idea.
all for including me in this? I mean, I've never felt a part of this group before. I always felt slightly above you, but not in an uncomfortable
because
way.
you weren't.
Right. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the camaraderie here. I'm grabbing this spaghetto and I'm holding on for dear life or death or whatever we're in.
Hey, bring it in, man.
Legit.
I don't want to imagine how that worked.
You know, they say spaghetti was the world's most romantic.
Yeah.
You called it Spaghetti-O by mistake. I regret everything.
I'm happy with Spaghetti-O as well.
Do you think the listeners are enjoying all the kissy noises? Do you think that's a positive auditory
It'll be one of our
experience?
ASMR episodes.
Wonderful.
There's a filter that will replace it with chewing noises.
That's great.
That's what our listeners are into.
Yeah.
Our folks are into
that's
that.
the heck right there.
Yeah, it's definitely their kink.
Everybody loves potato chips on a podcast.
Well, any last stories before we wrap up this wonderful episode of the Super Legit Podcast?
I have something I want to ask.
Please.
When the scuba diver came up, was he just like out in the middle of the ocean? I'm trying to picture. Okay.
We were
That's a
literally
nightmare.
dying probably
That's a nightmare.
feet from where he was looking at lobsters. Like, that's how short of a distance it was between the other beach and the beach. Like,
Definitely
we were
feels like a
probably
metaphor
above
for
him.
perspective. Yeah.
The whole thing felt like we were on drugs. It was insane.
I'm going to be thinking about this story
He
for a
literally
long
just
time.
popped out of the sea with scuba gear on and pulled his mask off and said, "There's lobsters down here."
Was he like, "Hello, I am Camus. I have been watching you just to see what would happen. I have no vested interest whether it goes this way or that way. I just want to see."
That's
my
exactly
French
what he
accent,
did.
by the way.
It was perfect.
And when you said no, he just put the mask on and then like
disappeared
slowly
under the sea.
sank beneath the water and disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, was he just deaf and he blew it with the tide thing and he was like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Lobsters.
He got distracted by the lobsters he was supposed to take you, and it's like, oh, cool, lobsters.
I do like the idea of Death going, come up with a story. What do you see?
Lobsters. Humans love lobsters.
Are there lobsters off the coast of Catalina?
Yeah,
earlier. It's actually really beautiful.
See, this guy's actually a hero.
Story checks out then.
Yeah, this guy could be a hero because maybe there are no lobsters, but he was like, it's going to be too weird if I'm like, there are crabs down here as I point downward. I've already weirded out these girls enough. I'm going to say lobsters. I'm going to say lobsters.
It was real strange. I should, and also keep in mind that this story is decades old. So I know that memory changes. And so for all I know, if I like consulted my sister, she might tell a different version of the lobster man. But I'm telling you in my head, that is exactly as I remember it. He popped out of the sea.
I am so glad that you and your sister are talking again.
So, Jen, I was listening to your little podcast, and that story that you told really makes me come off like the bad guy, and it is 100% not what happened.
Okay.
First of all, it wasn't Catalina. We were at a Clippers game. All right? Second of all, okay, it wasn't a kayak. I got a large bucket of popcorn. We weren't trying to go to another beach. I asked if we could move seats. You started to choke on a kernel a little bit, and then a guy patted you on the back and said, "Hey, are you okay down there?"
And that's how Chris Yule met his wife. It is the most romantic story.
Legit.
And she still has the lobster costume.
And on that correction of the record, we bring this episode of the Super Legit Podcast to a close.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted by Jet Kaufman, edited by Jet Kaufman, Chris Sanders, and co-hosted by me, Michael Heiman. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, pause real quick, go check out some lobsters in Catalina, and write a 5-star review before you close the app. Tell your friends about us. If you want to submit your own question for the show, send us a private message or tag us on Instagram, Facebook, or Threads, or email contact@superlegitpod.com, our actual email. Tonight's regular cast includes Sean Michael Booser, Chris Compton, Jen Burton, Stephen C. James, and Chris Sanders, and our very special guest, Chris Yule. Chris, do you have anywhere you want to tell people to find you, listen to your stuff?
Oh yeah, check out Finish It Pod. finishitpod.com will get you to the right place, and just pick a book. What do you like? Space vampires? Do you like D&D romance novels for girls? What's your vibe? Come join the party.
Can I gush about how great that podcast is? The rapport between Chris and his brother is awesome and amazing. They are hilarious. The books are great. And when you get to a time when they have a sad pizza party, there's such regret in their voices, and you're just like, these poor men, what they're putting themselves through for my entertainment. It's musical, it's magical, it's an awesome podcast.
Subscribe right now. I know I will. All right, that's it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on another wonderful episode of the Super Legit Podcast.
We don't have a bit, do we? No, Josh.
No, Josh. No, Josh always loads up the bits.
Hey,
no, Josh.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jet.
Yes.
Jet.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. Yes.
Can I send a message to Josh to see if he can send you a message to ask a question about the question, and then ask if we can start recording now?
Yes, Stephen. You can send a message to Josh to see if he can send a message to ask a question about the question, so we can see if we can start recording now. Whew.
Hey, Jet. Hey, Jet.
I feel better.
Hey, Jet.
Yeah. So what's up, Sean Michael? What's up?
I just wanted some acknowledgement. I'm good. That's it. Thank you.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
Legitimately, there are wonders under the sea at Catalina. If you ever go snorkeling or scuba diving, you'll see beautiful orange fish and abalone lobsters, and it's a really great thing to go see.
And the lobsters are apparently can be up to 3 feet in length. So if you want that kind of horrible nightmare.
Wow!
No, God,
no wonder he was trying to tell you about the lobsters.
Yeah.
You should have gone and checked those out.
I believe you.
He was warning you.
And I don't believe they have any predators.
Those are like the spiny rock lobsters that look like they're from
the
like
California
London in
spiny
1977,
lobster.
right?
Rock lobster.
Okay, yeah.
Good to know.
You into 3-foot lobsters, girls?
Pendularis interruptus.
Well,
Now I just think he was a pure man who loved lobsters.
Yeah.
Maybe too much.
I have to see that on a tombstone somewhere.
Pure man.
The man who loved lobsters too much. Yeah.
Well, as someone who has a shellfish allergy, I've got that potential.
Yeah.
I could take a turn and be somebody who loves lobsters too much, and that's how I meet my demise.
The man who loved lobsters too much is like a new Ben Affleck, a Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's a new Coen
picture.
brother.
yeah, by the Coen brothers.